I basically want to say that obviously at first, you don't realise exactly how much attention you have to pay when you're cooking, and you think that everyone else will be watching it for you, or you can just leave the room for a while. But the implications of a small accident can be huge. So I really should take more care, and other people really do need to take more care when cooking, basically. Well, I'd been out the night before, and I'd slept obviously, and then I got up to make some lunch, and I was literally cooking like a pan of rice in the kitchen, and I had a really bad headache from the night before, and it was more of like a migraine than a headache. Like, it felt really bad, so I went to my room for some paracetamol, ended up lying down, completely forgot about the fact that I was cooking, and then I actually fell asleep. And I think it was about 40 minutes later that the fire alarm went off. And I thought it was a fire drill at first, so I ignored it for about probably 2 or 3 minutes, at least that's how long I felt anyway. And then I eventually went out because I didn't stop, and I thought it was a Wednesday morning because that's normally when I have the drills. And I walked through that door, and the place was just full of smoke. The kitchen was obviously on fire, and I realised what I'd done, and it was me. And then I literally left the flat, and everyone else was already outside waiting. I think obviously everyone else knew because they could see it. I was completely calm, literally, as I was opening the door. And the moment I opened it, like sheer panic, completely petrified. I was completely confused because I forgot I'd even been cooking. So the fact there was a fire was confusing in the first place, and then I saw the pan on fire and I realised it was me. And it was literally the worst feeling, seeing the smoke, because I couldn't see anything other than the flames. I think the security originally tried to put it out with like a hose, but by that point it had got quite out of control, and there was quite a lot of flames, and the cooker was actually still on. So I was worried that the place might explode, or I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I felt really guilty because I'd realised that I'd possibly burned down all my flatmate's stuff, which wasn't the best thing. And I was also scared of what was going to happen next, whether I was going to have to pay for it, I didn't know how much damage I'd actually caused to the flat in the first place. So yeah, I was literally just scared, and I was just apprehensive about what's going to happen next, really. Up to 5,000 is covered by student insurance, which is what we get when we come to university and we sign up to the contract. And then anything more than 10,000 is paid by the university. So I could pay up to 10,000, but as little as 5,000 if the insurance pay for the first 5,000. I was really conscious when I was cooking, straight afterwards. I couldn't even cook pasta without literally leaving the kitchen for 2 minutes. And even when I was there, I was scared that I was going to set fire to something. Because obviously, once you've done it once, you can't do it again, because then it's like you almost do it. People think you do it on purpose or something. Thinking back, if it was at night time and not during the day, so say if everyone was asleep, the implications could have been a lot worse. And you can't replace people, but you can replace things. So if people had been hurt or affected in that way, then the implications would have been so much worse, and it would have affected me a lot more as well. And I would have felt even more guilty than I did. I'd just like to finish by saying that I was extremely fortunate with what happened to me, but small acts can have huge consequences, and not everyone can be as lucky as I was in that nobody was hurt. And I should have taken so much more care when I was cooking, and I just want everyone else to take more care when they're cooking as well.